guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be doing this makeup look. This is kind of my go-to routine for every day, for when I go to work or if I go out and all that kind of stuff. And this is more the daytime version, and I will do a more evening time version. But this is kind of just what I've been doing all the time and the technique I use, and kind of just how I get ready, and pretty much my favorite products at the moment. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Please carry on watching, and I do address a few things in the end, so if you want to hear a little bit more about what's going on, then just stay tuned to the end. Thanks guys, bye! Okay guys, so I'm going to begin with prepping the skin and kind of what I do for all of that kind of stuff. So I love that kind of dewy look at the moment. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like strobing exactly, but it is kind of more of a dewy, glowy look. So I have very oily, dehydrated skin. So I've been using the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, and this is a color correcting primer, so this is going to reduce all my redness and all of that kind of stuff. So I usually apply this to my face, about a pea size amount, all over the skin. Just like that, rubbing it in and getting it in there. And as you can see, I have pretty bad acne, so that's kind of the part I like to cover and fix and all that kind of stuff. I really hope you guys can hear me properly. And then I take the MAC Strobe Liquid Lotion, and this is going to add the glow and the iridescence to the skin, but under the makeup, so it's not going to be too prominent for every day. So I apply about that much, not too much, but enough. And you can see it instantly how there's a glow to the skin. So this is the Matchmaster foundation, and this is 1.0. I'm just going to apply that with a beauty blender, but I like to spritz my beauty blender with some makeup setting spray after I've dampened it. It's my Matchmaster foundation, and apply this all over the skin. And I like to just put a little bit onto a product bottle or whatever like that, just so that it can start to get warm and stuff. And while that is happening, I'll go in with concealer. And I've been using the Pro Conceal from Girl, but this is very, very pink, so I do pour a tiny bit out onto my kind of makeshift spatula palette thing, and I do mix in some of the MAC NC20, oh this is NW15, sorry, which is also quite pink, but it's a little bit more yellow, and that is going to allow to help contact all the redness and stuff like that. Then under my eyes, I have really bad dark circles, so I do use a color correcting product under there every single day, and I either use the Bobbi Brown corrector if they're not too dark, but as you can see they are really, really dark at the moment. So I'm going to go in with an orange shade, and this is the MAC prep+prime pen in peach lustre. I'm going to apply that to those areas, only where I need it, only where there's darkness and stuff like that. So not everywhere, just to the really dark areas. Just like that. And this pen lasts forever. They are quite expensive, but they really are worth the money, these prep+prime pens. And I'm going to kind of buff that in a little bit, but this is just like a foundation brush. I got this at Dischem, but it's really gentle and soft on the skin around the eyes. So I do that, and then I'm going to go in with the concealer side, and I use a MAC 193 brush for this to do the concealing on my skin. And I do this before foundation, like I said, because this is very pink. If it weren't so pink, I would be doing it on top of the foundation. So I'm going to apply this just where I'm very, very red. I have a really bad acne at the moment, so I have to be quite heavy-handed with this. And then you can go in with less foundation. The more concealer, the less foundation, and the less everything else on top. Get my hair out the way. I don't necessarily conceal every single day. It just kind of depends on how my skin is looking the day of. Some days it's not as red or as prominent, so I tend not to go in then and buff that out. And then I just buff this out very gently because you don't want to move too much of the pigment, but you don't want to have too much product either. Okay, and then I'm going to take whatever is remaining of the brush and I'm going to use that under my eyes just to get rid of some of the orange from the concealer. So when we go in with the light foundation, it's not going to be too bad because it is very orange for my skin tone. If you had a slightly deeper complexion, you wouldn't necessarily have to go in and conceal on top of it. It would just, your foundation would cover it completely. But I'm very, very fair in complexion, so I have to go in and just kind of get some of the orange off so it becomes a little bit more peachy. I'm going to do a video on my favorites and kind of why they're my favorites very, very soon. I'll probably film it straight after this. But yeah, and then I'll kind of go into detail about the products I use and why I use them and what they do for me and stuff like that. So that is, I think, the concealer part done. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose because it's quite red there. And then I'm going to save some for under my eyes later. Okay, so I'm going to put the brush so it doesn't fall on my tablecloth. And I'm going to go in now with the foundation. And to apply my foundation all over the face, I do use a brush, like a normal flat foundation brush. And then I go in with my beauty blender. I just find that this gets kind of an even precision of products. And I don't tend to use too much on one side or too little on another side. So I'm going to go in with the foundation just on, this is a MAC 190 brush. You can use any foundation brush, and I kind of do one swipe, oh, last product there, or one swipe, a dot, and a swipe, just like that. I'm going to blend that out and then I'll go in again. The more often than not I've applied foundation just kind of everywhere and like kind of thrown it on my face, and I feel like I get a little bit cakey in some areas of my face. So this for me, I kind of find I get a more even kind of blank blur there. And this foundation is the MAC Matchmaster. I will have my review series up on this soon. This is my second bottle, and I like to try out a foundation at least 1 to 2 bottles before I know exactly how I feel about it. It is very, very full coverage for a foundation, but my idea of full coverage is not to completely get rid of everything. You will see things poking through and you will see you know, a little bit of everything, because that is normal. Foundation's not necessarily designed to completely blur out everything. That's where the concealer comes in. Foundations, they just even everything out, and that's kind of what I look for in a foundation. I don't look for it to completely cover up everything, especially because my spots are very red and purple prone. So yeah, so now I'm going to go back in with the foundation and I'm going to do again one swipe, apparently all over my palette, one swipe, one swipe, a dot, a swipe, and then the rest I'll use on my neck later. And this for me, I find I get the best foundation application. Obviously everyone likes to apply their foundation in completely different ways, and you must kind of just do what suits you, because everyone has got different skin and different likes and dislikes about their skin and stuff. So it is important that you kind of design your own routine, you know. I've got a lot of orange right there. Okay, and now with whatever product is left over, I'm going to foundation product. I'm going to just bring down my neck, and that usually like is about 3 little dots. Just like that. So that is the foundation side of it done. Just like that. So that is my foundation. That's the complexion done. You can still see the odd little bit peeking through, but not too bad. Nothing I can't deal with, you know. And I'm going to go back in with the rest of the concealer, and I'm just going to kind of apply some under the eyes. And because it is a little bit more pinky, it is going to counteract whatever darkness is left over. Like I said, I have extremely bad dark circles. I don't sleep at all. I have really bad insomnia. So, you know, it kind of shows on my face. And I'm just going to apply as a really light amount because I don't want too much cakiness. And then I am going to make sure that it's all evenly blended. And to do that, I like to spritz my face once just with some face misting or a setting spray or a matte fix plus or anything like that, just so that there's something to kind of get all the products moving and soaking back into the skin. And I will go back over the beauty blender and just kind of press it all in the skin. And this is just a makeup finishing spray from Woolworths Beauty. It is really nice. I really enjoy it. Okay, so now I have pretty much blended that all in, and I'm going to let that sit. I don't like to go straight in with powder, so usually I'll go in with my brows. I use the MAC Dirty Blonde Fluidline. It is a little bit too light for me, but I have tinted my brow to kind of help it out. My hair has gotten quite dark lately, so I will have to get a darker shade in this, but I'm going to go with that. I might just dry it out a little bit, so I just want to drop my brush, spritz some makeup setting spray just to kind of weten it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go in with my brows and I'm just going to do that. I can't really zoom in with this camera too much, so I'll have to find a different position to film. Okay, just like that. So there's my brows done really quick. I don't really spend too much time on my brows. I kind of just do it really fast and kind of get it over with and done. The next product I'm going to go in, I kind of have two favorites at the moment and I never know kind of which one I do, but usually on a day-to-day basis I generally go in with the MAC one, and this is the MAC Cream Color Base, and this is in the shade Shell, and I use this just to kind of add some highlights and glow to the face very subtly, and this I always do before powder. And if I'm going out on the night, I usually use the Essence So Glow Cream to Powder Highlight. This is very bold, I think is a good way to put it, so it's not really perfect for every day for me, and I usually apply this just on my tip of my nose, ever so slightly, up the cheekbones, on the top of the brow, and I just use my finger for this. Oh, my hiccups. And again, this cheekbone. And then the top of my lip. Like my cupid's bow. And then I also apply a little bit in the center of the bottom lip. Right on the rim of the lip. So it does actually on the lips. And then I'm going to apply some just to the arch of the brow. And then in my inner corners. And that's kind of just the highlights I'll do on it every day. And then I do go over with the powder highlights, but after I've powdered and all of that kind of stuff. So for my powder, I actually use the, it's now got product all over it, but this is the Yardley Loose powder, and I use the shade Translucent Buff. And I do really like this product. This is like my fourth one already. I do find that it can get quite heavy though, so you do have to use a fairly light hand. So I dust off quite a lot off the brush. And now I'm going to go in and just set my face. I always start with my eye area, and I kind of just put the brush there and I kind of just jiggle it about. Now I'm going to go to the face area. I always start with my chin, because I concentrate where I want the most product to be before I kind of blend it out, whatever's left on the brush, because I get really oily in my T-zone, so I have to concentrate the product there, and then I'll just drag the rest of the product out. And I also blend it down my neck to set that as well. So very light powdering. And this powder is really nice and it's really inexpensive. I do love the MAC one the most, but I haven't repurchased it. I wanted to try other things, so that's just what I've been doing. Okay, just like that. Now this is when I'm going to go in with my eyes, and because I put concealer on my eyes, I don't necessarily have to prep the eyes further, so I'm just going to go in with shadows. And my go-to palettes recently have been this one from MAC here, and this is the MAC brownlux veluxe pearlfusion shadow palette. I don't know if that's even focused. Come on. Alright, it's not focusing. And this is, I love these palettes. They have incredible pigmentation. They last forever on the eyes. They really are amazing. Or I have been dabbling quite a lot into this palette again recently. But for today, I think I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to do this one today. I'm feeling this. So I'm going to start with under the brow bone. And I'm just going to take the lightest shade right there. And this is going to go right on my brow bone and in my inner corner. And this has got a slightly yellowy undertone to it, so it can be quite brightening on that. It's quite a golden yellowy highlight, and it really is absolutely beautiful. Just like that. Then I'm going to go in with onto the crease, and I'm going to take the second shade in the palette, and that is the nice neutral matte brown. And I'm just using, this is a Carlo Duo brush. I got it at discount as well. This is my best for the crease, and this is just going to go into the crease. Actually, I'm sorry. Then I'm going to go into this shade right here, and it's kind of like an olivey greeny shade. I'm going to take this brush again. I'm going to take the side I used to blend, so that side of the brush. And I'm going to start to create a little bit of like definition in the eye. So I'm just going to place this right above where my natural crease is, just to create a new crease. And I'm not blending it out yet. Just gonna kind of take my time with this side of it. I usually have quite a bit of time to get ready for like these kind of looks. This I'd do more if I was going out. If I was just going to work, I'd kind of just slap two shades on. I would have put the gold all over the lid with a little bit of brown in the crease, and that's about it. But obviously this would be more of a going out look, or when you have a little bit more time to do your makeup. I did try to zoom it in a little bit, so I don't know how it's going to look too much. And I'm just going to kind of buff this in like willy-nilly, not too structured, just because it's just like the transition shade. And I'm doing the exact same on the other side. With these products, I do really recommend you take very little amounts in one go, because they are very pigmented. And then I'm going to flip over the brush and use the other side to just kind of blend that out seamlessly. And I like to bring mine up high because I do have hooded eyes, so I like to bring the dark shades. I do find that these MAC shadows are probably the easiest ones to blend with out of all the MAC shadows that they have on the market. That's new me, like in person, like for reals. I drop things all the time, like constantly drop stuff. It's pretty much a guarantee. If I'm holding something, I'm going to drop it at least 3 times. So I go through so many screen glass protectors because I drop my phone all the time. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that color. So now I'm just going to make sure I blend this really nicely and like so it looks good. And then I'm going to go in with the gold shade in the palette. That's the biggest shade in the palette. And I'm just going to apply this to the lid. This gold is pretty much exactly like Amber Lights, which is one of my favorites. It's not as warm though. Just like that. Okay, now I'm just going to take that blending brush and just blend one last time. Okay, so we're going to finish up with the face now. I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I'm actually using the bronzer that is in the palette here. This is the Stila Stay All Day Contouring Bronzer for face and body in the shade medium. And I'm just going to take my Stila 21 brush. It's looking super shitty at the moment. It's really old now. I've had it for, I got when I was 18, 3 years now. Soon this will be my 3rd year of having it. I'm just going to bronze the face very slightly. And then I'm going to apply a little bit just under the lip and on the nose. I don't really contour my nose every day, but I do my lip every day because my lips are actually very skew. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. I do actually have my lips down. I either want to get them tattooed or something. But as you can see at the bottom here, on this side where I have my piercing, it is a lot bigger than the side. And then on the top it's the same. So my lips almost look like they're to the side. It's pretty shitty. Okay, so that's that part done. Then I'm going to go in with the highlights, and for an everyday use, kind of more everyday, if I go out I generally use MAC Soft and Gentle, but for like during the day I use MAC Lightscapade. And then I'm going to apply top of my cheekbones, my nose, lip, a little bit on the top. I lightly touch my face with that part. Now I'm just blending all the areas down. Just into my face, but I've left a little bit there. Trying out the Essence mascaras because my cousin got one and she was raving about them, and they are actually really nice and really inexpensive. So if you have an Essence like displaying anywhere near you, I do recommend you try some of their products because some of them are actually really good, and I do really enjoy the mascara. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply mascara to my lashes. Just the top lashes for now. And then bottom lashes we'll do in a few minutes once the top is dry. I find there's less chance of like getting product all over your face like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do under my eyes with the greeny shade we use, the olivey shade we use at the top. I'm going to blend that slightly up my eyes. I'm going to do my bottom lashes. Oh, I'm blocking your eyes out there, sorry. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my brows, and I finished my MAC, the waterproof brow set stuff, so I thought instead of buying the MAC one straight away, I'm going to try out a new one. So this is the Essence Make Me Brow, and this is pretty much like a dupe of it. It's not as good as the MAC one. It doesn't work the exact same. I don't feel like it holds my brows in the same place like that. It's not as setting. And then for lips, I kind of don't really do much to my lips. I'll usually just put on either a lip eyes or MAC Angel or something like that. I don't actually have my lipstick with me. Where is it? It was here on the table. For everyday use, I do love a bold lip and stuff, but I do find that I work with children, so it kind of distracts them from working. So I usually just play with my eyes and I'll do a really nude lip or just a lip eyes. But yeah, so I think I'll just leave my lips like that. They are very dry at the moment. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. It's kind of my go-to thing. I will have a video up next on kind of my favorite products and kind of what I use them for and why I recommend them and stuff, like my current favorites / recommendations and things I've just been absolutely loving the past couple of months. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'm sorry I haven't been around. This year has already been crazy from the get-go. Me and my cousin have started vlogging, so you guys can check that out. But yeah, it's just been a little bit crazy. I've been settling into working and stuff, and next week, Monday on the 29th, I start my second job. That will be in the morning. So I've kind of been settling into working and all of that kind of stuff, and I was really ill. So I was quite sick in the beginning of the year, so I kind of couldn't film. I got straight after that one vlog me and my cousin did. So I am back now, and I will be filming more I can't say that word ever. More often, should I say. And I do hope to grow my channel and kind of put out good content. This filming situation, I'm kind of just going to have to fiddle. A long time ago, like forever ago, I swapped rooms with my sister. My sister actually completely moved out, so I might even just take her room that's empty and make it into a filming room. I don't actually know what I'm going to do yet, but I need to find a good situation. These windows though are really perfect for lighting, so that's the part I really enjoy. But we'll make a plan, we'll fiddle a little bit, bear with me, but I will definitely see you guys very, very soon. And I hope to upload maybe weekly or maybe even twice a week. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!